Alright guys, what is up? My name is Erados12 and today we are going to be making something really good. We're actually going to be working on the RPK and maybe its bipod attachment. I don't know honestly what we're going to be doing. And sorry about the extra tweets if you are on Twitter. But yeah. Anyways guys, I think we're going to get started now. Hold on, let me just install Twitch, because apparently I cannot watch the stream from my dashboard. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. Anyways, while that's installing, let's actually get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this gun. This is the RPK. This is a drum mag. Usually you would think it would use something else in Phantom Forces. But this right here, you see it's the main part. Like basically this is from the AI variant of Crossroads GS, but I'm probably going to work on it a little bit. Anyways, my phone keeps going off for some reason. But let's just get into this. So we got the stock, we got the bolt part. That's the bolt part, but this is the bolt right here. And this actually will move with the gun. Especially, it moves on both, but it will move with the gun right here and stuff. So, yeah. Anyways, this is what I'm thinking. What I'm thinking is that we should take this apart. So what I'm thinking about doing is you keep the reload function, but you also keep the animations, maybe the fire modes. I don't think you keep the fire modes very much. All you have to do is when you go to item storage. In fact, this doesn't have all the weapons that we're looking for. So I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to go to my other place and grab them. I also managed to find an explosive, the M72. There's not many very good ones on Roblox, but I found one that was really good. So let's see, we got the M72, we got the L96, but what we need to put in there is the RPK. So with that being said, let's get started. So we gotta find the fire modes, put that in. Animations, I think the animation is going to be based on the AK. So that means I gotta find that animation. I don't think you're going to be able to spot very much. In fact, yeah, it's kind of like the same thing as Turbo if you think about it. But it's different. It's really different, trust me. Like, there is some stuff in the API in which is really different. Like, you don't find it in Turbo. Like, for example, the M60 has a lid, right? So that lid has to be animated. It actually works, if you've seen my previous tweets. But anyways, it's not important. What I have to do, though, is I do have to find the item in which holds the animation I'm looking for. And I think bipoding will be enabled soon, too. But for right now, I'm just relying on this. So I'm taking all these animations. Yeah, I think I'm going to take this animation down here for the M4 and use it. So for example, we have parkour, we have inspect, which will be done later. So now we got that. I think I'm going to put it in now. Yeah. Well, selecting fire is a different one too. I'm going to actually delete selecting fire because it's only used for the AI variant. but the rest is fine. So I got the crawling, I got the spot, I got the parkour, the inspect. You can remove the second cocking function. All we need is just a regular thing. So now, the next thing I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to put in, oh wait, the RPK has an animation right here. Just get rid of that error. And done. That animation thing is set up in terms of the client, or player in this case. Now all we need to get is the actions up, actions down, haptics, keybinds, plugins. Copy those to here. And then we do need another thing, the RPK stats. So I'm actually going to have to look on Cintiq because I'm going to make this different. And by the way, the RPK is mainly auto. Yeah. You can also be used in semi mode, but you know, you gotta remember this is a LMG AK, or the LMG variant of the AK. So it's not really going to be like used very much in semi mode, as the AK can be used in semi mode. You know, LMGs are machine guns; they fire mainly auto. AKs are assault rifles. They can fire in any mode they want. Burst, semi, auto. I mean, even the M16 assault rifle has variants that fire in just burst and semi. So it makes sense why the select fire variants would be on the AK, but not that much on the LMG. If you get what I'm saying. Anyways, I don't think there's going to be a burst. There's going to be mainly, let's see here, what do we got? What do we need to find is what I'm concerned about. So what I need to find is, Cintiq, that's right. I gotta look for the Battlefield 4 weapon stats on the RPK. So let's see, support. Let's see, they have the RPK 74M, which is the same thing as the RPK, just different. It's more modernized, much more modernized actually than the RPK, you know. So let's see. The maximum damage is 30, so I'm going to use that in there. I'm going to set this to 30 if I can find it. Oh wait, this is the Crossroads. I forgot. I'm on the wrong part. Damage should be 30. It's 25, so I'm going to increase it to 30. Make it more deadlier to use in battle than you can ever imagine from the AK. Now let's see, the fire rate is 600 rounds per minute, of course. So I'm going to set that. Instead of 700 for the M4, it'll be 600 for the RPK. Now the muzzle velocity is 340 meters per second. Now I have a special way of actually calculating the distance, or like muzzle velocity in studs, in which this thing fires at. So I will show you that in a minute. What I like to do is I like to calculate it like this. Let's just say we had, let's see, what was it again? 340 meters per second, or actually it was 600 meters per second. 600 meters to feet is what? 1,968.5 feet. Convert the feet to the inches. I'm just typing right now. And you get 23,622 feet. Or inches, actually. Divide that by 10. And you get 2,362.2 feet. I mean, 2 studs. So I'm just going to go with 2,362 studs. That's going to be the velocity for the RPK in game. Now the range is different. So let's see, RPK range. I'm going to search that up. Effective range. I mean, 800 meters is something else, but 2,500 meters, wow, that's a long ways. I'll just say 800 meters is good. 800 meters to inches. 31,496.1. If you divide that by 10, you get 3,149.61 studs. So it'd be like this. 31496.1 divided by 10. And you know what the thing that's really weird about this number is, 31496? It's really close to pi. Yeah, you get it? Like 3.1495, or actually 59. Like, they're all numbers that are in pi. So it's kind of weird to see that. So I'll use 3,140 or 150. That's the same kind of range as the L96, I believe. Or some other gun. 3150. So that's the range. And then you get the velocity. So the acceleration, I wonder what the bullet drop is. 15 meters per second. 15 meters to inches. I'm going to convert that, 590. Now we know damn well what that is. Excuse my French if I said any curse word. We know darn well what that is. That is 59, and I mean 59 or 60, no, 59 inches. No, studs. Studs, sorry. My words are just going all over the place. We know darn well what that is. 59 studs. 59 studs, literally, per second. The bullets from this are going to be really red, so that you can tell what they are, even though there should be like a custom bullet, so that you can have like a certain type. I'm thinking about actually adding ammo cartridges in here, so that you have to look through the settings to see exactly what cartridge can be picked up. So, yeah. Anyways, I think we're going to actually continue and work on the recoil now. So let's get to the recoil. Sorry guys, I think I just opened up the wrong window. So let's get to it. Yes. So the recoil up is 0.36. Yeah, minimum would be like 0.26, or I could just 0.35. And the maximum will be 0.36. So what about the one that goes back? That doesn't matter. So I'm going to do the recoil left and right, 0.3, 0.2, 0.3, 0.2, and basically what this does is that it allows me to like work with the recoil better. So I think I'm going to keep the back the way it is, and then you still have to deal with the first shot multiplier, I think. Yeah, 1.25. So I'm going to make that 1.25. makes it really good. Now the next thing we're going to do is the spread. So the spread increase is 0.094. And the decrease is 12. Interesting stats, isn't it? Now let's see, we've got ADS not moving, which is 0.2, and ADS moving, which is 1.5. So, not moving, it's going to be this. Oh wait, what am I doing? ADS not moving is 0.2. Right. Okay, got that. Now, the moving is 1.5. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put that there. Stomach is all over the place now. But it's okay. Anyways, next thing we're going to do is unaimed. So let's see. Hip, standing, not moving. That would be 3.5. Oh wait, can't change that. And then we got 3, crouching. This basically goes back by like 0.5 every time. And this is not moving, so I'm going to have to change that. This would be like island 3.5, 3, 2.5. And then this, which is moving, it's 4.5, 4, 3.5. So that's easy. You just do that. Now, if you notice the changes down here that I made to make Crossroads what it is, you can see there's a bolt settings here, which allow me to change how the bolt goes back. So let's see here. What do we got? Oh yes, I think I can grab it from somewhere. The bolt settings that I found can be really reliable. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that in here. -0.23, -0.23 for the z-axis. And I think we're going to actually finish it off with the reload. 4.2 and 3.15 and 0.84x. So 4.2. So it's loaded. But actually, no, wait. That's actually empty. Loaded is 3.15. So it'll be like 3.15, 4.2. It's like this gun always associates itself with like a trigonometric number. You know, pi is a trigonometric number, from what I reckon. Anyways, we did everything we could, so now I think it is time to add in the one, the only Crossroads gun system, the meat of it. So you may be thinking, wait a minute, that looks like Turbo. Well, it's not. This is a very heavily scripted version, which makes its own kit, essentially. Like, it has different stats and things that make it really different from Turbo in a way. So, for example, if you were to actually look at it, you would see that it has like damage and headshot magnitude and stuff like that. It uses different damage. I mean, sheesh. This thing is kind of like a masterpiece, in a way. Like, I've even shortened the time it takes, and also works with filtering enabled. So it's another difference. But anyways, it's not important. right now what's more important is that we actually get to the chase. So I'm doing a camo, as you can see here. Put that in, done. So basically what will happen is you will be able to see camos on certain parts of the weapon. Such as this. And I believe that's wood. Yes, it is wood. So now, guess what we get to do? We get to actually make what I would call a... Well, actually first, before we even do that, we got to establish nodes. So let's see here. We're going to take the handle. We're going to move it up. And we're going to place it somewhere around here. Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. I'm going to call that handle thing the sight node. It's basically where you put the all the good stuff, such as the well, first of all, you place it on the you place the EOTech on that sight. And by the way, another thing we have to do is we have to take this sight right here. This is detail. I'll call this main sight, because we gotta hide this when you have the EOTech on it. Now the next thing you're gonna want is a suppressor node. So a barrel node is good for that. So I'm gonna find my main, and I'm gonna duplicate it, move it all the way back, call it barrel node. So basically we have a barrel node. And get rid of all these flash effects and stuff. You don't need that. Now the next thing we have to do is an underbarrel node. This bipod, actually, I think the bipod can be removed. I don't know, I'll see. Yeah, it can be removed, believe it or not. I don't think we're going to need it yet. It'll be an attachment though, but it won't be like an actual bipod that you will put on. So let's get that straight. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to include this. And it's going to be called underbarrel node. And the underbarrel node is actually going to go somewhere else because the bipod is going to be other. Yeah, I think the bipod's going to be other. It's going to be a special bipod for this that I'll make. So the underbarrel node goes here, you put a laser there, and basically it fires. So I'm just going to put that there. So the other node is actually going to go up here. This is for bipods. So other node. Yeah, this is for special bipods that require like special things, such as an RPK bipod requiring that it be placed right here near the barrel because of where it's supposed to be. So I'm going to put that there. Now that this is finished, we can actually get started on making a model of it, so that you can customize the gun. So I'm going to insert this, call it RPK, and then I'm going to get the primary part to be the handle, of course, and we're done. Simple. Now we can just add that into the gun models. Same thing with the RPK. And I'm also going to add in the M72, so, which has no attachments on it. So let's see here where we have the M72. I think it's called explosive models. I honestly don't know. So now I'm going to actually add in the RPK to the collection so that you guys can see what I'm actually doing. So now we've added in the RPK. So what's next? Well, we know what's next. Well, I do. What I'm going to do next is that I'm going to add in a little something. Oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. I'm not supposed to be starting a server, I'm supposed to be playing it. Because it's not needed of a server. So, let's see. Shock. RPK is not a carbine. It's actually an LMG. So I'm going to fix that real quick. I'm going to go to RPK. Change the gun type to LMG. It'll still be under the shock category, but just different. Now an SMG is different. Just so you know. So let's see, we got that. So now I'm gonna go to shock, primary, RPK. And as you can see here, we've got the RPK. Now what happens if I apply a camo? Let's see. Oh wow, something's wrong. Why the camos aren't showing up. Oh wow, look at that. It covers the whole entire like wooden part of the gun. That's crazy. Okay. Now let's see. We can put on the PSO. We can? Wow. Now I believe the scope actually makes the gun look kind of cool. Look at that. It looks amazing for an RPK. Now if I put it, ooh, and the suppressor looks really cool. And now I'm thinking about adding a night laser. Night laser could use some work. But other than that, the PSO scope looks really awesome on the RPK. I gotta admit. This looks amazing on the RPK. So just looking at that is just, wow, that's amazing. Like right there is just blows me away. Just to see the RPK like that. So the next thing I'm going to do probably is I'm going to, I think I'm going to actually do something with the, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the sight node. So I'm going to actually have to, let's see, we're going to, no, not the sight node, but the underbarrel. Okay. Actually, not okay. They're both different in a way. Let's see. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. There we go. We can put that there. And done. Hopefully the RPK is the last thing we are going to work with, because the next thing I'm going to work with before the stream ends at 3 is the x16 scope, and maybe I might do something. So I'm going to take the RPK. This is an LMG, as you can see. Let's see, I'm going to probably pick Rust. Still makes it look like an RPK, but just camo on it. Just kind of cool. Yeah. I'm going to attach the PSO, which looks amazing on this gun. I'm not going to lie. It looks really good. And the laser is actually attached to it properly, so let's see. And then watch that. You see it has a laser on it, and the laser works. So then if I attach... Oh wait, I gotta turn on my audio. So if you will hear it, it'll be like this. You can hear that, right? That's the craziest thing about that attachment, is that when you preview it in the loadout menu, you can actually see it going off or hear it going off, and then like the bullet coming out of it. So now we got camos here. If you want to clear the customizations, you just do that. For those of you who are new. Now, I don't think a gun bipod is a good idea. Not yet, anyway. I'm going to fix that. So let's actually fix the bipod. So now I'm going to actually go to the attachment storage, find the bipod, and then let's look at the bipod's node. So the node is right here, right? So I want to make sure it works. So I need to find out if it's like the front is right there, top is down, so we got to move that up. So I'm going to do 0 on the z-axis. That's better. Now that we've done that, I can put it back. So now I'm going to actually press play and see how the bipod works on the RPK and the M60. Don't forget the M60. Okay, and if you wonder what the noise that is in the background, it's so loud, it's my mom. Anyways, yeah, you're probably thinking, wait a minute, why is a 20-year-old living with his mom? He should be going off to college. That's because I'm trying to save money. So, yeah. Now that looks not so good. The PSO, suppressor, and the regular laser look nice, but not the bipod. So let's fix that. So in that case, I'm going to actually take out the bipod, and I'm going to probably take out the RPK. And I'm serious, we do have to take out the RPK. There's nothing like an RPK. Oh wait, I'm like, where the hell is the RPK? It should be down here somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to move the RPK back into gun models. With the bipod, here's the problem with this node. This node is attached, but it's not attached good enough. So I'm going to move it down here, see what happens. And pretty soon you should be able to see it working. So let's see, we're going to go to shock. I'll move into the RPK. And then I'm going to put on the leafy camo. Leaves actually make it look kind of nice. Bipod is almost there. Needs a little more work than that. Let's see if we can improve that design. So the node is here. I want to move it down here so that it will work. So let's just see how that all runs. And if it doesn't run too good, then that's okay. You know, I'm going to select shock, RPK, and I'm going to actually get to the stripes this time, and it looks good with stripes, honestly. Doesn't look too bad like on other guns. So let's see, we got EOTech. I'm going to go with bipod. Ooh, look at that! Bipod fits perfectly! Damn, that is awesome. Fits perfectly in the other node. You know about a suppressor? Yep. What else? The PSO. Wow, look at the RPK. Looking good. And a regular laser to fit that out. Wow, look at that. That would be my gun right there. That would be what the RPK. If they had this camo that I uploaded in Phantom Forces, this suppressor, which they do probably, and bipods, and they already have the PSO scope. But if they had all of this in Phantom Forces, and I was able to make a gun like this right here would be my gun. Like, I'm not joking right now. So let's see, what other skins can we use? I think I'm going to actually go back. And let's see about this again. Okay, so now we know what we need to do. Like, just looking at this is amazing, dude. I bet Sin would be like, this is amazing. I mean, it is. Sheesh. A little bit of handiwork wouldn't hurt. So, as you can see, I can turn on the laser. And if I wanted to turn it off, I just right-click it. To fire the suppressor, you just do this. In fact, yeah, the audio's on, so that's good. Anyways, yeah. I think we finished this part. So, yeah. Let's go back. And let's actually try the M60 now. Which I don't think has an other node. This is the M60. It looks a little bit like the FG42, the MG42, and the I think it's a T51 or something. Anyways, let's just use it. So I'm going to actually like put on an EOTech. As you can see here, the EOTech is welded to the gun. But I think the EOTech should be welded to the lid, not the gun itself. So, yeah. Or you can put on an ACOG. I think I'd rather prefer the EOTech because it's easier. Regular laser and a gun bipod, which isn't really on the gun in the right way, so I'm going to fix that. Let's take out the M60. Makes me think as if I'm like in Phantom Forces just messing around with the M60, and then people are getting mad like, why are you using the M60? Stop using the M60. It's really funny. Anyways, back to seriousness here. Let's just fix the M60. So, top surface should be up. So I'm going to do 0. Oh, where's the top surface? Good, good. I'm going to try it now. And I'm going to fix this in the M60 itself, just so you know. So let's actually get started on that. So I'm going to go to shock. Primary should be the M60. As you can see, there's no bipod because I removed it. So now I'm going to put in the attachment. So I'm going to put on a gun bipod. And the gun bipod seems to be a little off. So let's fix that. So I'm going to go straight to the underbarrel node, or actually the other node. Sorry. My bad. and I'm going to install it here. So basically, that'll be under the barrel since it's offsetted. And now that we've done that, I'm going to go back to shock, go to here, select the M60, turn around so you can see it, and then put on the, probably a black and white hex is better, or maybe worse, depending on the gun. Anyways, I'm going to put on the gun bipod, and what do you know, it fits perfectly. Look at that. Looks like an actual bipod though. It looks like as if it was the original, as you can see there. You're probably wondering why I'm still using this PF thing. Well, that's because the LMG, like the original box mag that was on this, was not very good. So I decided, you know what, screw that box mag, I'm going to find one that's better, and apparently I found one right here from PF, which looks kind of good, fits on there, as you can see. So now I got a bipod that works. Let's put on a laser and an EOTech. Now the EOTech should be welded to the LMG, so I'm going to fix that. Let's see. So yeah, if the gun type is an assault rifle, then it's most likely going to fit near the handle. But if it's on the lid, then it's a different story. So let's actually get to that. Okay. So now we go to attachment. So now I'm thinking main part. So yeah, I think the main part is actually different for a minute. See gun appearance, by the way. The attachment is what we're dealing with. So yeah, attachment is what we're dealing with. So let's see, if weapon.guntype.value equals LMG, then actually assault. Or actually, if it doesn't equal LMG, else we do the same thing, except we take this and we put it on the lid. So I'm going to put it on the lid. Lid. Get it? Lid. So basically it's attached to the lid. You're wondering, why is it attached to the lid? Well, the reason why you have to attach it to the lid is so that it can work better. So I'm actually going to include something that allows you to work with the lid. So you'll have actions in which you can use for the lid. But I think that will be for a later time. Maybe. I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to it. It'll still be attached to the lid, just in case you know. And by the way, I'm thinking about actually making it to where if you find the lid, then you can attach it. So let's go back and see. I selected the item, and as you can see here, I'm going to put this camel on and go to attachments, find the EOTech. As you can see, it's still attached to the lid. Well, let's see if it's attached to the lid. So I'm going to go inside the camera. Here's the M60. And then I'm going to go to, I think the lid doesn't actually do it. Interesting. I said it should be attached to the lid, but I don't know what happened. Site node. Nope, it's not on the site node. It's very interesting. It says handle, hollow site. It's kind of weird why it would do that. If it doesn't equal the LMG, right? So I think we got that wrong. So I'm going to actually have to deal with it. So that means one thing. We're going to find it. Do preview. If weapon.gun type self-apply. Now another thing I'm thinking about doing later is a tactical knife for like pistols only. And basically you have the pistol in one hand. It's basically an abstract attachment, a semi-abstract attachment, should I say. Because it's half abstract, half tangible. You could still, like, there's still a tangible part to it, but it's not like an attachment that goes on a gun. It's not a bayonet or something like that. Instead, this thing is like, it's something totally different. Like, you have a tactical knife in one hand, then your pistol in the other. So you'd be like that. Like, your hands would be crossing. You know? Now, if you can't see it, what I mean, like, that's because I don't have my webcam on. I don't usually do webcam, so. Anyways, yeah. So let's see what we can do here. I should have it to where there's certain gun types that have certain attributes and stuff. Let's see, RPK. RPK, you don't have to worry. So I'm going to do attachments. Put on the EOTech. And Object 3D is not a member of model. Oh yeah, I forgot. Weapon image. It's already applied. Or implied. Yeah. Let's try that again. And maybe in another episode I might add music to this. So that you can like see what, you know. And if you have a certain game pass, you can be able to play the music. Play different types of music as long as it's not copyrighted. If it's copyrighted, I would not recommend it. It's not a good idea. Main part. Ah, I see. I know exactly what's going on. Else if weapon find first child. And in here I'm going to put lid. Basically, if this finds a lid, guess what that means? That means that it's an LMG, a true well-fed LMG. So that means you're going to have to like you know, fill it up and stuff. Usually LMGs do use lids, but some don't. Just letting you know. The RPK does not have a lid on it. It uses a drum mag to do its dirt. So, yeah. Let's see, EOTech. It's kind of weird why the EOTech has not appeared yet. Interesting. Yes. That is really interesting. So the lid is actually going to be else if this is a lid and self.type equals optics, then, or actually slot equals optics. Okay, if not, weapon, find first child, lid, and let's see, put that around, and or self dot slot does not equal optics, then so basically this will like be a failsafe for the RPK, just so we don't mess up the RPK and we make the loadout good. I'm going to make sure that we have a way of like putting it around and stuff. So I'm going to put on the hex. I'm going to put in the attachment. ACOG, not so much. EOTech looks good. But I think we're going to go with the PSO. Yeah, that looks sick. Gun bipod, you can put that on there. Night laser, put that on there. Looks really cool. As you can see, there's a green laser right there. I call it the night laser because it's green color. Anyways, I'm gonna put on a suppressor. Look at that. It looks amazing for a gun. Still, even though this looks like an ugly camo. Anyways, go back. Check it on the M60. So the M60 is going to look like this. You put that on the lid. As you can see, it's attached to the lid. It may not be in the right place, but it's attached to the lid. Also attach the ACOG scope on the lid, but I mainly put the EOTech on the lid, which I'll probably like adjust so that it'll work. So let's see, menu node. It's kind of weird why a bipod is there. So anyways, I'm going to clear customizations. Go on the hollow sight, night laser, bipod. And yeah, that does it. So now, what's next? Well, there should be an other node somewhere. So I'm going to fix that. Let's fix the M60 for a minute. We're going to fix up the M60 first. Then we're going to like convert its model and stuff. Or whatever. Now this is a bolt back here. Or slide, should I say. the LMG slide. So I'm going to have that. And then there's another node right here, as you can see. Main sight, sight node, barrel node, under barrel node. So let's see what we can do about this. I think I'm going to work with the sight node first. And as you can see, it's dangerously close to the, yeah, so I'm going to put it in the middle, just for a safe spot. And done. So now I'm going to take this, copy it, then place it inside of the M60. Now you're wondering, why am I talking about the M60 so much? Well, that's because the M60 is one of the pinnacles of this game. I mean, the Robloxian army does use this in the game a lot, should I say. So I'm going to actually make that a possibility. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check on the M60 by right-clicking it, and then as you can see here, I got the M60. So let's just do Leafy attachments, put on an EOTech. It's still in the front too much a little bit, and the ACOG is all the way back here. But then you've got the EOTech, which is still in the front, by way too much. So let's look at the EOTech and see what's wrong with it. The hollow sight, as we call it. Then I'm going to put the node right there. Or actually, I think I'm going to keep it the way it is. Maybe it's the M60 that's the problem. I mean, sheesh. It must be the M60. Because there's no other gun that does that. Or actually, yeah. So the major problem here is that the M60 is way too close. So I'm going to move the node back and actually have it right there. I know it's a weird configuration, but it works. Because if I'm not mistaken, the EOTech on the M60 was not that far from completed. So now I'm going to take this, put this back, and if you notice here, the judge is in the game. Now the judge is a revolver. So, yeah. So the judge is definitely a revolver. And let's see, attachments. Perfect. Just what we needed. So now the EOTech is properly on the gun. As you can see, it's not all the way on the hinge. Let's see what the ACOG. ACOG goes a little ways back, but it's okay. I can fix that. Yeah, gun bipod. Now a few things do change with that. I'm going to put on the EOTech instead because it's a lot better. Now look at that. That's a tactical M60 for you. That's a tactical M60 for you. One with an EOTech sight, a nice camo, and then you've got this bipod, and this laser. And watch when the laser comes on. Look at that. It's amazing, doesn't it? It's green. It works perfectly. Just look at that laser, though. Looks amazingly good. Anyways, I think we've done pretty much everything we need to do with the M60. Now what about the RPK? Because that was today's focus. You know, the RPK machine gun.
I told you don't leave this
Sorry,
open.
guys.
You leave Brad open and this open.
I'm gonna come right back. Guys, I am really sorry. That was my mom. If you heard that voice, that was my mother. Anyways, I think I want to keep going, because, you know, I usually try to keep it quiet here, so that we can focus and get this done. But now that things have gotten a little crazier, now you know. So let's actually, do it. So I got a blue camo on here. I'm just going to put the material camo on. And it looks kind of weird why you would have material camo on your gun. I mean, yeah. So I'm going to add on an attachment, suppressor, maybe an EOTech. Ooh, looks nice. But I'd rather go with the PSO 4x scope. PSO1. As you can see, that attachment looks really nice. And I'll put on a regular laser, turn on its sights, and I'll add bipod. As you can see, there are 4 nodes. Other is for bipods. Bipods and ballistic trackers. Some things actually come standard unless they cannot be, used because of their, composition. Some things are unions completely. Like the bipod on the RPK before I removed it. Now, this bipod is an attachment that can be really useful, and I'm dead serious. That attachment literally can be opened with your hand in game, and then you can just control it as if it was a regular bipod. You can use it for bipoding. So I'm like, yes. This is a really good idea. It still looks good, as you can see, and it works. But this for an LMG weapon looks really nice, to be honest. So I'm actually going to try the RPK in my campaign level, and then once that's done, we'll be good to go. So now I'm actually pondering on the possibility of adding the Dragunov, because the Dragunov would look even sicker with this attachment. So let's do that. I'm going to find the Dragunov, so I'll be right back when I do. So stay tuned. Alright guys, this is my decision, but I don't think we're going to work on the Dragunov today. It's going to be a lot of work. Anyways, I'm thinking about actually doing the Dragunov later. Yeah, it'd be much better if we did it later. So, yeah. Anyways, this is what I'm thinking we should do. Honestly. I'm thinking maybe we should do something different. Such as, for example, maybe like, I don't know, do the x16 scope. I mean, I'm thinking about doing an x16 scope, but then again, I'm like, I don't know. So anyways, I think I'm going to end it here at 2:30. I know this is kind of early for me to be ending a stream like this, but we're done. So, my name's Erdos12, and I will see you next time.